Hey everyone, it's Richard Metal Fan here, bringing you guys a new video. I'm going to be doing the new Q&A. This is Q&A number 7. Haven't done one of these in quite some time, about 3 years. Like I said last week, I made a video announcing that I've hit 2,000 subscribers, and I'm going to do a new Q&A, and nobody's sent any more questions, so we're just going to go right into it. This first one I thought was kind of funny. It was actually today from Zach Johnson. He asked, "Why'd you scream at everyone during the Chelsea Grin show in November 2019?" I honestly don't even remember doing that because honestly, if everybody that knows me, I go to a shitload of shows. I mean, I don't have a mental file for every single fucking show that I go to. I think I was probably just screaming along to like the songs when Chelsea Grin were playing live. I think it was like that lineup. It was Chelsea Grin, Acacia Strain, Traders, and a couple other bands I can't really remember. So I probably was screaming along with people to the music or something. I don't think I was like yelling at people being like angry or pissed off. I mean, I honestly don't even remember that. So you might have to enlighten me on that, man. Anyway, I thought that was just a weird random one. So we'll just dive right into the main questions. First one comes from CZW Fan 49. He asks, "Congrats, man. My question is, what does your battle vest mean to you?" My battle vest, for me, it means like it just showcases who I am, and just it looks fucking awesome. Like I've had it for about a few years now, and I've actually gotten a lot of compliments saying like, "Yo, cool vest, man," and it's kind of awesome that people like my vest. So right on. And then we go on to let's see. Next one comes from my good buddy Greg, the Strong Boys 19. He asks, "Well, congrats to you, mate, and you deserve it." Right on, man. Thank you. "Are there any albums you love which are underrated?" Very good question. For me, probably from like my all-time favorite band is Iron Maiden, and one of their most underrated albums, for me, I really enjoy is if I can get this out, Brave New World. I think this is a great album, one of the best comeback albums in the 21st century, with the turn of the new millennium. It's totally different compared to like Number of the Beast or Peace of Mind. It's just a great album all the way through. Like songs like Wicker Man, Brave New World, the title track, Blood Brothers. I just love that album. Showcases like the new era for Maiden, and it's funny that they have the same lineup since this, and they've had lineup changes before, but ever since that they've pretty much retained the same lineup. And just I really love like the orchestration on that, especially on songs like Blood Brothers and Nomad. They've had like a lot of like orchestration and stuff. I could like really would love to see them do a show or a tour where they play with like a full orchestra backing them. It would kind of like how Metallica did with S&M. So I think that would be a great one. And as far as other albums, I'll probably A Night the Opera by Blind Guardian, I think, is a great album. Like nobody even talks about that one at all. All is a great album. So those are like two albums, in my opinion, that Blind Guardian and Iron Maiden ones are ones that definitely stick out in my mind. So good question, Greg. Appreciate it. Few questions comes from Seditions Through Scorns, my buddy Jake. He hit Here's what he says. He says, "Congrats on 2,000, my boy. Thanks, dude. I've been a follower, friend, and subscriber for almost 5 years now. I always appreciate your diversity in music and staying true to yourself, and you'd hit 3,000 before you even know it. I hope so. Just if anybody's watching this, just keep spreading the word. Just help subscribe. Do everything you can. It really means a lot." But anyway, he has 4 questions for me. Which melodic death metal bands do you consider underrated that most people need to discover? I think a lot of people, we would say Wolfheart from Finland are really great. I've seen them live twice. First saw them with Kardok Angren back in 2018, where they opened for them, and it was great. It was their first ever U.S. tour, and I saw them on that Children of Bodom's final U.S. tour a couple years ago. And another band I really love is one of my favorites, Scar Symmetry from Sweden. I just think they're amazing. Which bands do you want to see create one more album and or tour that you would like to see returning? I honestly kind of regret not seeing Black Sabbath on their final tour, like the band that started it all when it comes to metal. Like I really wish I could have seen them live. I really wish I would see, obviously, Pantera live, but sadly, Dimebag and Vinny are no longer with us. But it would cool to see like Phil and Rex just jam some Pantera songs, which are great. Um, Besides video games, which I do play video games, I have a PS4 and I have some games right in the back. I don't know how well you can see it. But he says, what other hobbies do you enjoy that most subscribers don't know more about you? Um, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I'm not really that interesting. I mostly just sleep and watch YouTube videos and just laugh my ass off. That's just really it. And the last question he asks is have you ever got starstruck the first time you ever met your favorite musicians? If so, who would they be? Congrats, my boy. Um, there's only a few that come to my mind. One is, I think, a few years ago, meeting the one and only Corey Taylor from Slipknot and Stone Sour. There was a few years ago at the Buckhead Theater in Atlanta, because right behind the venue, there's a parking spot where you can park, but that's actually where you can meet the bands. And I was just about to chill in my car, and I saw the tour bus open up, which I believe was Stone Sour, and look who I saw come out, Corey Taylor himself. I was like, I was trying to keep calm, but he was cool. Had him take a picture. He signed my Slipknot and Stone Sour stuff, so that was pretty cool. And another instance was a couple years ago, 2019, where I somehow got to meet the one and only King Diamond. Like, if anybody that follows me on Facebook and Instagram, you probably see I post a shitload of pictures. And also, so if anybody wants to follow me on Instagram, my username's RichardMetal94, so I'll probably post a link down below. But anyway, King was pretty cool. He was like a really chill dude. And of course, the one that really was the icing on the cake for me is meeting the one in my all-time favorite bassist, Steve Harris from Iron Maiden. He was awesome. I had him sign all my Iron Maiden CDs and vinyls. I had like 25 things, which I know a lot of people will be like, oh, that's just kind of weird, dude. But it was really cool. He's to meet him. I just think that was like I think my life is complete right there. But yeah, thanks for the questions, man. Next up it is a few questions from Logan Stuick. I probably butchered your last name, dude, so just forgive me. So he asks a few questions. He says, what do you think of slamming brutal death metal, and what are some bands you like in that genre? Well, apparently there's now another subgenre of death metal called slamming brutal death metal, but I just love death metal, period. I love the obvious bands like Cannibal Corpse, Deicide, Morbid Angel, Suffocation, Obituary, Dying Fetus. I said a lot of people put slam with bands like Ingested or Vulvodynia, which I just consider them just death metal, in my opinion. But those are some bands I like. Bands you hate, that's an easy one. Like Five Finger Death Punch, Disturbed. Well, granted, I liked them when I was a teenager, but since then I just grew out of them and discovered better bands are actually worth my time. Hey man, honestly, nowadays I don't really shit talk a whole lot of bands like those freaking scene core Warped Tour shit bands. Like the only band I'll diss is Five Finger Death Punch. Like they're the only band I will like openly shit talk. I'll flat out tell somebody that Five Finger Death Punch fucking sucks. Like I don't even care. What inspired you to do vocal covers? Well, for those of you that probably follow me on Facebook and Instagram, I post some vocal covers. I am considering posting them on here. I have thought about it, but mostly because I don't want to risk like the whole copyright and stuff. But yeah, I just like to do vocal covers and showcase what I can do. And last question is, what do you think of blackened deathcore? Like, it's weird that now deathcore is there's now subgenres of that, which was just a subgenre of death metal and hardcore, but now there's a subgenres. It's just like with bands like Carnifex and now Lorna Shore, they have almost kind of like the black metal-esque, kind of like within maybe the higher vocals and maybe the symphonics that play behind it, but I think it's pretty good. Next one is, for one, I am Sage. Congrats on 2K subs, man. You deserve it. Thanks, dude. My question for you would be that have you ever considered trying to pursue YouTube as a career? Honestly, at this stage right now, I only have like 2,000 subscribers, but not really right now. I mean, I have a job that makes my salary. I'm good for where I am right now. But you know, who knows? I mean, I'm a kind of guy that says never say never, but I don't know. Next and last question comes from Deuce Misurator, I probably butchered that. He says, favorite local band, and do you play an instrument or are you in a band? Favorite local bands, there's a lot of bands. I'm actually seeing one on Saturday. I'm seeing my good buddies in Left to Suffer. They're playing. I've seen them live a couple times. I'm friends with some of those dudes. I love the band Malformity, Sawzall, I don't know, just a couple. And do you play an instrument or are you in a band? Well, I'm do vocal covers, like as I mentioned, and post some on Instagrams. Just if you're interested, just check it out. And I'm not really in a band, although I think I would if it ever comes, if there is a possibility of me being in one, then totally. I think it would be cool to like get my talent out there and or live and just show people what I can do. So yeah, that's all my questions that everybody sent to me. Just thank you all so much for the questions. It means a lot to me. And just like I said from last week, thank you all for subscribing, helping me get to, now we're over 2,000 subscribers, like 2.02K now. Just really help me push to 3,000 before this year's over. Just really spread the word. Just tell everybody that you know, just everybody. It just would really benefit me a lot and help the channel and help get my name out there more. So yeah, that's my little Q&A for you guys. Thank you guys for watching this, and as always, keep it metal.